This here is Backwoods Billy, coming to beautiful Del Mar of the Eastern Shore. Remember to click, like, subscribe to Backwoods Billy Craft Beer Reviews on YouTube as well as Google+. Check me out on Facebook, coming soon, also to Zeno. Check me out on Twitter at Backwoods Billy CBR. That's the new one, it's different. Coming today about Miller Lite. And before we start about Miller, look at the hydronium here we put in here. I had some beautiful flowers that look like hibiscus, like a tropical flower. They're in a ditch, some are white, some are pink. And they were beautiful this morning, weren't they? Mm-hmm. All dried up now. Yeah. Anyway, flamingos are multiplying. Got 5 of them now. So, walking out of there. And we got our Tommy Bahamas ergonomic cast metal lobster bottle opener. I'm sure Ron Grover says Ron's beers and tools are like that. Up in Boston, Massachusetts, where the lobsters are big. They're big here too. They catch them right out in right off the ocean, off the commercial ships. Campbell's is the big one that catches them. Anyway, Miller Lite, pretty simple. 3.2 grams of carbs, 96 calories, 10 IBUs, and guess how much alcohol? 4.2% ABV. Uncompromising quality. And I'm going to tell you something. Miller Lite, I'm going to give a little bit of history about it real quick. Most recent, 2016, I think it was the Great American Beer Fest or a World Cup. I'll put everything down there. I think it was a World Cup. It won a gold. But it was 2006, 2011, 2013, 2016 gold medal, as well as the Great American Beer Festival, and it's won as well at the World Cup. It's the most award-winning light beer, period, bar none. That says something. Miller, everybody thinks, well, Miller came out with this, I don't know when, 1975. But guess what? They didn't. Miller acquired Meister Brau, and I don't recall the gentleman's name. I don't really give a crap to know all this beer geek information to the point. My teeth are hanging over my thing and I'm drooling. But in essence, the man invented it, worked for Meister Brau, and he called it a diet beer. And Meister Brau, he came out in 1967, he invented it. They came out with Meister Brau Lite. And in 1973, Miller acquired Meister Brau, and in 1975, they decided to repackage it as Miller Lite. Now, being an old fart, as my wife points out, because she's a little younger than me, and Ronnie Dangerfield, and they had a lot of different sports celebrities on there. Of course, Ronnie's all character thing, he was a wise guy. And they would say, Miller Lite, you know, great beer, less filling. Great, one say great beers are less filling, to argue, and they say fights. And that was the big thing. This is the package. There's a original type of logo down here with a little, almost like seal the badge with the barley and the hops at the bottom of it. They had changed it later down the road, and its sales dropped off. This blew up in the 70s and 80s. As a matter of fact, in the 80s, if you went to a nightclub, you didn't have a mixed drink, you wanted to have a Miller or a Michelob facing out. And that meant that you cared about your body or you were more into the finer things in life. But in essence, Miller Lite was the one that created that type of thing. And then, of course, they went on to sponsor NASCAR, Rusty Wallace, I believe. They're sponsoring a lot of different sports now, NFL, blah, blah, blah. You see them everywhere. Light beer has made a big comeback since they've done this. A couple of things. One, a lot of women like this because it's less calories than wine. Look at Michelob Ultra, another one, AB InBev, which is their competition, blew up on that part. So, just to put that out there, this is the next big thing is light beer, and we're coming in that way. Also, it's in bottles and cans. I think, like I said before, a lot of these craft beer manufacturers have got into the light beer, and light beer, they're going to give it light beer, they're going to do that, have gotten into the category of aluminum cans way too late. Aluminum's starting to rise. It's going to be 25 cents more a case if the prices currently stand. Eventually to rise even more. They should eat that at $40-some a case because a lot of them right now are doing 4-packs at $14.99, and it's pure profit. They can sell it for a quarter of that and still make a lot of money. I've talked to a few brewers around the country, and that's a fact. Anyway, this is Miller Lite. Even if it's a twist off. What do we say about twist offs? I don't like twist offs, do I, dear?
No.
Why is that? Bad. But look, branding. Now, I know the 21 to 25 crowd, just like dumb fish and certain dumb animals, they like bright colors, flashy little things that light up, and they'll buy it. So like the tennis shoes that was on the one show in England that we watched, Essex. In essence, you plug your shoes in and charge them. Like
USB
you do your
charger.
phone. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? I saw them. I'm like, what idiot's buying this all the show? I'll be damned.
Gotta charge your phone, gotta charge your
Charge it for
sneakers.
yourself. Stupid ass shit.
Excuse
Anyway,
me. Trainers, as they say there.
yeah, whatever. Something else that somebody doesn't need that's probably not a good quality item. and it's going to be purchased and people buy stupid stuff. But anyway,
That's bad, for
it's
you.
sort of like the thing. Instead of getting the quality worth of the packaging, but this is a decent light beer and save some calories. This is the way to go. And we're going to do our pour. 45, it's like pouring a draft. There's no different. If you want more head, elevate a little bit, get in the center. Now, getting a little bit ahead is a couple things. One, it protects the aromatics of the beer. Secondarily and importantly, it releases some of the gases. You don't release all of them when the beer becomes flat.
Got all your bubbles.
Yep. Smells good. It has barley, malted barley. It has rice is the adjunct, filtered water, and hops. The filtered water being the most prominent ingredient. And we're going to do our aromatics. Let's smell it from there. Kind of crackery, bready. Get like a crackery note to it. Just get some sweet malt, slight light bready, but more cracker. Not really much of a hop note. You wouldn't expect that with 10 IBUs. The color on this is a pale straw. Very pale. The head is a fluffy white head. It poured a 2-finger head and it's down to a little less than a finger now. Nice lacing on the glass. We get a Pilsner style glass, a snifter, a mug, a pint glass, oversized wine glass. It all work very well with this. Smells good. Very clean and refreshing on the finish. So it doesn't finish dry like some beers will finish dry. It's like leaning more towards clean on that aspect. Slight crackery note on the finish, very, very, very faint. And you get like a sweet, very faint caramel note as you swallow the beer. As when you taste the beer, first thing, you get the aromatics up. Breathe out as it's coming down. That'll pull some of the aromatics to you, and that's going to help you with perceiving your taste.
Yes,
Pour it around
beer
your mouth.
guru.
You have a couple different taste buds on the side, towards the back and the front. You hit all your taste buds. You get your meaty, your salty, your sweet. You make sure you get all those type of things hit. If not, you're not going to get all the taste of the beer. To me, it's very good. There is a very faint, spicy note to this. It's extremely faint. I like it. When we go to the ballpark, this is one of the beers that I get there because I like it. When we go out to dinner, it's one of the beers that I get because I like it. It's good with steak, it's good with hamburgers, it's good with seafood, it's good with Mexican, it's good with Thai, it's good with Chinese. Pretty much, it's a Pilsner lager. It'll pair well with anything. So Backwoods Billy, 2 thumbs up. It's the most award-winning light beer in history. Backwoods Billy, 2 thumbs up on Miller Lite. Pick you up a case today. If you haven't had a light beer, try it out. In the summertime, things are, you want to do something a little more light. This is something to think about if you're worried about calories and lowering your carb content.
If you're working on your 6-pack.
Not
Not necessarily the 6-pack of craft beer.
Here, I'm gonna get off the stuff in 1 second. The reality is, beer is 96 calories and 145 to 150, 140, 150. I category with regular lager. Not a big deal. A Coca-Cola is 200. Cut the sugar. Don't worry about the beer. Cut the sodas. That's far better for you. Backwoods Billy, 2 thumbs up. Have an awesome day, guys. Remember to click like, subscribe, forward to your friends, family, co-workers, and enemies as well. Rock and roll.